Hi everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here to share with you all of the home fragrance I used up in the month of February. And I know this is a short month. I sometimes hate when people say that, but also there is definitely less days. So that does impact use up items, in my opinion, like less days. I feel like it does impact it. But nonetheless, I feel like I actually did really good this month. So let's just dive right in and talk about some things. Probably the most exciting thing to start with, finished a room spray. When does this ever happen? I'm really excited to say that I have finished officially a room spray. This is the White Barn Bath and Body Works, whatever, Spiced Apple Toddy. I've had this for, I don't know if this is the same as like the body care, but on the bottom it says 0211. Pretty sure I got this in the winter of 2020, honestly. And I think I've just specifically used it in the winter since then. I'm so glad to be done with this. I'm so over this scent. And we use this in the bathroom. So just to add that into it, you already know. So super glad I can say I have finally finished a room spray. Thank goodness. I think I've maybe finished like one Scentsy and now one Bath and Body Works in like my entire life. So we're excited. Great start. Okay, next let's talk candles. I used up 5 candles in the month of February. I was pretty religiously putting things into my crock. And I'm really excited to kind of dive into spring candles. So I was trying to kind of move some things out, which I think you're going to see. So I actually ended up finishing 2 Homeworks candles from somebody's suggestion that I take my Homeworks candle, put it in the freezer. These were like not completely full. They were already burned. So put my not full Homeworks candle in the freezer, pop out the wax, break it up, and put it into a Bath and Body Works candle jar to be able to use it in my crock. And I did that with 2 candles this month. Super thrilled, totally changed my life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to anyone else that's gonna help, it's a total game changer. Like, it's an amazing tip. I don't hate using my Homeworks candles anymore. I'll just say it. So I finished Autumn Pumpkin Patch this way. This was my initial test to see if it would work, and it worked amazing. And I was so glad to finish Autumn Pumpkin Patch because we are so not in that season right now. This, I am just, like I said, so glad to be done with this. This was nice. It was kind of like a spicy pumpkin. It says heirloom pumpkin, fresh ginger, red apple, cinnamon, sugar. Totally fine. Like, didn't mind the scent, just so not seasonally appropriate right now. Like, I wish I just had finished it in like October, November, basically. So the wax was at least below this line when I had popped it in, because these are 18 ounces, I believe. And I think the Bath and Body Works candle jars are not. These are 18 and these are 14 and a half. So obviously if you have more than 14 and a half ounces of wax left in here, probably don't try that. Or at least like split it into 2 sessions. So super happy to do that. And then I also did it with another candle. So I did it with Spiced Apple Crumb. And I kind of had told you guys in my last like candle chat that I was going to do that with this candle as soon as I knew it worked. This one I had kind of at a similar point, but this one is just like a deep appley scent. It's just a lot of apple with a little bit of bakery. And it, to me, is just very winter-like. It just kind of makes me think of, I mean, kind of like the picture and the name, just like an apple pie. So this is mixed apple, cinnamon sugar, clove, and nutmeg. It's just a really deep cinnamony apple, I guess. And so I was like, even though I probably could continue to use it, I don't necessarily want to. So when my crock was free and I had some space, I was like, I want to do this one before the end of the month. So I just happened to do it and it was really good. I just love this method. I'm super happy. And this has a nice lid, so I'm actually going to keep that and replace any of my crappy Homeworks lids with the nice one. Okay. I also crocked my Frozen Lake. I crocked this for none other reason than it's the oldest candle in my collection. It is from the 267th day of 2020. I know to some people that's not very old, but to me, I'm like, it's my oldest. Let's just get it out, then I can work on other things. So simply crocked this, and I actually combined it with my Winter's Eve brick throughout my open concept. my crock is in my open concept. So I put the Winter's Eve Scentsy brick around my house. It was phenomenal. It was such a good combination. I didn't even like that brick, but combined with this, it just was like not manly in the sense that you were like, someone's cologne is down my throat. It was just like a nice, definitely like different type of scent for the house, but it was really just nice and kind of manly, if you will. So we enjoyed that, and now I can officially say Frozen Lake is done. I crocked the hot cocoa and cream single wick. This in the crock was not my favorite. It's just like, it's straight up chocolate, and I like that. And I've been doing my 3-wick hot cocoa and cream in the mornings, which I feel like is appropriate, but all day hot cocoa and cream going was just a little bit too much. But I don't know if you'll be able to tell on this wick because it looks like a spider in this jar, but on this wick, it literally is, I hope you can kind of see it. It was doing this thing right away from the first burn. It really looks like a spider in there. It started almost like unraveling. Like, you know how the wick is like a bunch of fibers like twisted together? It started to like unravel instantly. Like within the first burn, it was super weird. And so I was like, well, I've never ever seen that before. Let me just try and light it again. And it was working and it was totally fine, but it was super weird to like trim because like some of them had tiny mushrooms and some of them weren't, but they were all like not together. They were all sprayed and like like, you know, they're all separated in different ways. And I just got tired of messing with it, and I was like, something about it just feels wrong, so I'm just gonna put it in my crock. Honestly though, didn't love this in the crock, like I said, but super weird about the wick thing. I've never seen that in my Bath & Body Works career. In my time with Bath & Body Works, where a wick had done that. Like, it was just so strange that it was coming apart while it was burning. It was very weird. It was like a healthy wick. It wasn't like drowning. It was just like unraveling. It was so weird. And then I worked on Cinnamon Spice Vanilla, and I apparently left this one going a little bit too long because I looked over and it was like doing this action, and it was like all kind of sooty in the wax, and I was like, well, okay. Maybe never mind. I feel like it looks not quite as bad here, but I feel like some of that sooty wax kind of settled to the bottom because it was like really discolored on the top. I was like, ooh. I'm usually really good about washing candles, and I never typically let anything go more than like 2.5 hours, sometimes maybe 3. This one was a little bit past 3 hours, and I was like, oh crap, I had that candle going, didn't I? And then I saw that and I was like, it was under my stove, and I know some people like let their candles get way smokier than this before they're like, it's a problem. To me, I'm just like, why deal with this when I have a crock? So I instantly was like, okay, this is on the crock list. This is going up next. And this is a really pretty scent. It's fresh ground cinnamon, sugar crystals, Tahitian vanilla bean. It's like a really nice, just vanilla with slight spice. Love it, love it, love it. In the crock, I almost got like these weird floral notes from it. I've never smelled them while burning. I don't know if it was just the lack of the burning. Sometimes when you don't burn it and you put it in the crock, you get a different vibe because the flame, obviously, it's on fire. Like, it just gives the candle a different feel. And sometimes I feel like it's really apparent. Like this one, to me, it was very, very different scent. Like I said, I almost got floral out of it. It wasn't bad. Like, it didn't turn me off of this scent. It was almost to the point where I was like, what was that scent I put in there? Because I knew it wasn't what I was smelling. It was just very different. So yeah, weird. I don't know. Can't get anything now because it's like it's just wax. There's no scent, but it was really weird how like floral. Yeah, the lid doesn't really smell like anything either, but it was just very strange. And I don't know if it was necessarily floral or if it was maybe more so like the vanilla was coming out versus the spices, but it was coming off as florally to me. I don't know. It was just interesting. I think I will have a candle sale haul coming up and I think I got a replacement now that I had finished that one. So, okay, let's move into wallflowers. So I finished up 6 wallflower type items. The first one is this Glade like refill thing, and it's not all the way gone, but like, you guys, I can't be bothered. This is like an apple scent and I'm over it and I'm considering it finished, and it's my house and my money, so I do what I want. I have so many of these. I think, honestly, I have them all in like individual containers with their names, because obviously you don't know what this scent is. Like, it doesn't say anything on it, which really infuriates me, but it's fine. I think what I'm gonna do is open all my containers of these Glade products and like dump them in a big basket and just like pick them out randomly. Like, I don't want to keep all the packaging anymore. It's making me angry. So I typically just use these in our garage, and it's been really cold here. So the garage it's not insulated. So I don't, if it's like really cold, I just unplug these. If it's like not gonna get above freezing at all during the day, I typically don't leave it plugged in just because it makes me paranoid. But considering we have Jemmy and we put the like cat litter bags in the trash can that's in the garage, it just doesn't necessarily always smell fabulous in there. And I do find that these really help when I have them going. However, like I said, it just kind of like doesn't last or it lasts a lot longer because I'm not actively using them like 24/7 right now just because of the cold. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna dump those in a giant like bin and then just pull them out randomly and start using them, because I'm just over like keeping all of their packaging. I have them in all like 5-packs and stuff, but some of them are open and some of them aren't. And I just don't care about them that much. They're a lot cheaper than like Bath and Body Works. And if I had to choose, I would keep my Bath and Body Works, but I don't necessarily care about these. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, let's not focus on that. I'm counting this as a wallflower. In my inventory, that's how I keep track of these, even though they're not technically wallflowers. They're like the Airwick Essential Mist. I'm not counting this as like an essential oil. It's like a wallflower to me. So these go in those little like black containers that you just like push them up in, and they like do the mist thing every like half hour or whatever. So I have this in the women's bathroom at work, and it is lovely in there. I totally love it. It runs for 8 hours and then it doesn't run until like, it runs for 8 and then it's off for 16. So I have it to turn on at like 8:30 every day, and it turns on and it runs for 8 hours, and then it turns off and it turns back on at 8:30 again the next day. It's like perfect. So I have like a really fruit like bakery scent. I have the brown sugar and vanilla, which is kind of funny like in the bathroom, but I enjoy it. I think I might get like the springtime pack. There's like 3 like fruity floral scents in these, and I might get those and use them kind of over spring summer. But I feel like these last a really long time because I just put the machine on low. And basically, we don't have any plugins in the women's bathroom, but I like it to just be a good experience in there, because I don't want to, like, you walk into the men's bathroom and it's just so grody. Like, it's just so grody. I don't want that for this. I want our bathroom. If it's the one I'm going to use, I'm going to make it at least smell pretty. So yeah, there you have it. But I consider these wallflowers in my inventory because I'm not creating a separate category for those. For actual wallflowers, I finished 4 of those. I'm super pumped about that. I don't know what order these were in, but I have a 'Tis the Season. This was at the beginning of the month, I'm sure. And then I have a 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. It's like a bakery scent, so I feel like even though it's called Christmas, it's not Christmassy per se. And then I finished a Frosted Cranberry. None of these are focusing. And then I finished Without a Lid Marshmallow Fireside. This was the best one. I had a smoked vanilla and the wick got completely destroyed on it. I couldn't put it back into any machine, any wallflower plug, because this like wick destroyed. It was unusable, destroyed. It was so bad. So I kind of had another one of these, but I wrecked it, I guess. So I just had this one and it was so good. I would 100% rebuy Marshmallow Fireside and the Wallflower. Ready to move on to spring wallflowers for sure. Okay, and then I only used up 2 sets of pods this month. I was kind of lacking, I guess, in the pod change department, but per my inventory spreadsheet, I'm on a good track with using up pods. I don't necessarily need to use up a certain number. I'm in a really good rhythm, I guess is what I have to say. So like for some of these other categories like wallflowers and candles, I would really love to lower my number that I have currently. For pods, I feel like I'm in a really good place with them. So I'm not like overly worried, even though I only finished 2. It's not a huge deal. I finished apple and cinnamon sticks and maple rum cake. So with my pods, I don't know if you can see them stacked behind me, I change them weekly. So I kind of go through and do this thing. I do this with so many things, but I basically just like kind of lay them out and how I want to use them up order. So, right now I'm kind of using like the welcome homes, the cozy cardigans. I have Starburst Sky, which I put in for Valentine's Day. I'm using a sugared strawberry. I kind of like lay them out and look at the calendar like, oh, okay, for these 4 weeks, which will be, February, here's what I want to work on. And then so for March, I laid out that and I kind of just put them in order so that I use them in a way that makes sense. So like my super summery ones are kind of later on and I'm not using them now. And I feel like I just have a really good rhythm with my pods. So not super bummed I only finished 2. I have more. I start a new pod every week essentially. So I essentially finish a pod a week because I'm starting them through my rotation process. Anyway, okay, and then I finished 17 Scentsy clams, I believe. So let's talk about these. I think this video is going up on March 1st, so some of these things will no longer be available when this goes up, so I do apologize, and I don't think I have anything. I maybe have like 1 bar that will be available. I'm sorry, let's just chat about them. Okay, so I have a lot of Bring Back My Bar. For example, we have fried ice cream. I think I have this in my club, but I'm undecided if I'm going to take it out. I'm just like torn whether I keep it or not. Part of me is like, I don't need it. And then I smell it and then I hear people talking about it and I'm like, it's kind of good. Like, I'm so conflicted. So I'm not sure about this one. Fried ice cream. Simply Vanilla. I think I'm going to take this out of my club. I think I just need to do it. I think I like vanilla cream more. Do I have vanilla cream in here? I have vanilla cream. I think I like this more. It just is more vanilla. This is more vanilla and coconut milk. This is heavier on the vanilla, I think, is my determination. So I think I'm keeping vanilla cream and axing Simply Vanilla. Hold me to that when I do my club edit because I have this weird thing where I don't want to take out Simply Vanilla, but I think I just need to do it. Okay, I have a Ghostly Greetings bar that I worked on, and she's old, as you can see. She is from the original Ghostly Greetings pours of bars in September of 2020. This is coming back for Bring Back My Bar, and I really need to work through some of the bars I have because I have a lot and I have some bricks. So working on that, but it's not really the season for it anymore. More Bring Back My Bar Mediterranean Spa. This, Corey liked this, and I think I have a couple more bars of it. It smells so much better on cold than it does on warm. So not in my club, not repurchasing. Toasted Marshmallow is in my club. I do love this. Every time I warm it, I'm just like, why don't I warm this more often? It's so good. That's in my club, like I said. Summer Soleil. This I did in the open concept this week just to kind of get some summery vibes going. While it was going, Corey was like, I really like that. And I was like, oh, cool. not in my club. I actually recently took it out. I don't love it as much as I used to, and I feel like, not that it's the same as Jet Set Go, but I feel like I can get a similar vibe from Jet Set Go. They're not the same, but I feel like it makes me feel the same, like summery, if that makes sense. I worked on some Winterberry apple tea. That's also very old. Once again, every time I do this, I'm like, why don't I do this more? So this one went into my club for the spring summer transition. Cozy chai, I really like this one, but this was my last bar. French toast, no. I mixed this to get through it with Central Park pralines. I tried, you guys. I let it go for like half the day, and then I was like, I can't do it anymore, so I took it out. I know. Frosted vanilla, absolutely love this. This also went to my club. I think the only bar I'm going to talk about that's currently, maybe I have two. This is currently available, Blue Sage and Tonka. Actually, not really a fan of it. I used to like it, and I don't love it anymore. So, I don't need to put it in my club, I guess, because it's available, but I won't be rebuying that probably. Pumpkin roll, I'm glad I tested this because I found out that I just didn't love this as much as I love pumpkin cinnamon swirl. So, did not club. Rum raisin cookie was going to take out of my club and then realized I loved it. It's so good. Pear blossom and cucumber. I have this in my club, but I'm going to take it out probably during my next edit because it's just so light. Like, I like the scent of it, but I feel like in my open concept I couldn't smell it. But I enjoy what it smells like. So I may potentially get another bar to test if I don't have any, but this might be getting cut from my club. And then lastly, I do have a scent that also might be available. This is Pink Coconut. This was February scent of the month, so it may still be available. This is so good. It's like a sweet coconut. I just really, really like the scent of it. So this went into my club because I love it. So that is everything. I finished this giant basket of home fragrance empties. I enjoy making these monthly videos for you guys because even though some of this stuff I talk about in my like what I have been warming, I feel like it's nice for me to personally see like a culmination of what I've done the whole entire month. And I am a numbers person, so I put this into my inventory. I believe I have that spreadsheet linked down below for you if you guys want to copy it, but I just enjoy seeing these all together. And I feel like it kind of has given me some room to not do my what I've been warming as frequently because we talk about these things here. So I hope you guys have been enjoying these, and I hope it keeps you motivated to like also check in what you're using compared to what you're buying. Maybe, I don't know. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.